Hey, normally I would write notes down and like really think about what I just saw to give you like a proper review of my opinion of what I think of Spider-Man. But I didn't do anything. I'll be honest with you, I literally just walked through my door. I sat down and I was just like, I need to record this right now. I don't even know like where to start. Well, okay, let me say this for starters. This is one of the greatest movies I have ever seen. Period. Period. I'm not even talking just Marvel. I'm talking movies all time. I said to myself, like, I want to have more energy when I make these videos and do all these things, but I kid you not, I'm still processing everything that I just saw in that movie, and I am already making plans to see it again. That's how much I loved this movie. It was absolutely mind blowing. Yo, when I say perfect, this is. I don't even want to say like close to perfect. This is perfect. Like I don't. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but I really don't think so. Because like I said, I didn't write anything down. I'm not really like going through everything I saw. Two reasons for that. I was too excited. I know I'm not showing you emotionally that much, but I was too excited to just get like my feelings out there and to tell you to go watch the damn movie because you have to. Like I don't care what anybody says. You have to see it. And I don't know how to talk about this movie without not giving spoilers. So, and I don't want to give you spoilers, so don't get scared. Don't click off. Stop right there. I got Cordy. But yeah, I guess I can I'll talk like a little bit about it. I promise no spoilers. I'm a firm believer in movie adaptations from like comic books or video games to take their own spin on things, like not do it exactly as what was written or what was developed like a game per se. But from what I'm pretty sure of this, I didn't do like research, but from my basic knowledge of comics, because I read comics, but I feel like I said this before in another video, I'm not a connoisseur. I'm very basic. But this movie took like a couple of different Spider-Man stories and put it into one. Some very big Spider-Man stories, and they fit so perfectly well together to make this very emotional and fun and action-packed bonanza. Characters, dialogue, what else? Jesus. Everything? Everything is what I'm trying to say. Out of the home trilogies, like Tom Holland's 3 movies, this was easily the best, as you've kind of seen me say throughout this video, probably multiple times. Sorry about that. I'm excited. But personally, Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man. I don't want to get into that topic, but I'm bringing this up for the fact that if whatever you preferred, because I know there's things around the internet about, oh, like he's Iron Man Jr., and other things about him not being like an authentic Spider-Man. I think everyone from, fans from across all the Spider-Man movies will definitely enjoy this movie. It's a huge step in a different direction, in my opinion, from the other 2 movies in the same trilogy. It feels a lot darker. It feels very different. It feels very disconnected from other things. I think people would really love that about this. It definitely feels like a Spider-Man. I've always tried to tell people that it was a gradual, I guess, upbringing of him becoming who he has to be, like being Spider-Man and having what that means. And it hits hard in this movie. Every moment in this movie is meaningful, is like heartbreaking at some points, it's hilarious at other points, it's some of the best action at some points. My experience in the theater, even though I went alone, I felt like I was like a part of like everybody. Like everyone was so in tune to the movie, and I was even talking to people after the movie, like the people, my neighbors, even the people behind me. There was a bunch of people dressed in Spider-Man costumes. I'm still like very like heartwarmed. I know I'm not speaking about the movie per se, but what I'm trying to tell you is like that's what the movie did. Like everybody in my theater, like everybody came out just smiles and laughing and talking to different people that they didn't even come with. For example, me talking to those people. That was one of the greatest experiences I've had in a theater for that reason. And I have to thank this movie for it. This movie this movie was like, that's what it did. That's the power this movie had. It's mind blowing. Like, a movie is capable of doing this. If I had to score this movie 30 out of 10, one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. I don't care if it's a superhero movie. It's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. That was amazing. I'm only saying that because some people like don't respect superhero movies as opposed to a real. I don't want to get into that stuff. I highly recommend it. I usually never watch movies twice in theaters, but like I said earlier, I'm making plans to see this movie again already. If I made a Marvel tier list, this might take the #1 spot as of right now. And I know I can't predict the future, but I have a feeling it will still be the #1 spot. Like, if I made a full tier list, let's say like 2 weeks from now. This was easily one of the best Marvel movies ever, and one of the greatest movies of all time. Absolutely perfection. I can't even think of any little thing that I thought was weird or that didn't work. Like, everything was seamless from start to end. Yeah, go watch this movie.